Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, then welcome. My name is Mia Danielle, and I chat all about holistic and clutter-free spaces. So if that's something you're into, be sure to click subscribe and turn on those notifications because I release new videos every Tuesday. So it has been a minute since I did my last full-on wardrobe closet declutter. In fact, I think it was October of last year, 2020, so almost exactly a year ago. The image quality was a little bit dark that day, so it didn't turn out super great. We get the cold weather here in Oregon, but we also get a lot of rain and drizzle. About this time every year, everything starts changing. We go from sunshine to drizzle and chilly weather, and I find that I start reaching for more clothes. So I think that it naturally encourages me to declutter my closet at this time, which is what I'm going to be doing today. Now, I did this a little bit backwards from the way that I usually would do it. So usually I would declutter my wardrobe. I would see what holes I have in the items that I need, like to fill me up through the next season or even for the next year. And then I would go shopping, usually thrift shopping, to fill in any of those holes. This time, because I had so few fall and winter clothes, and I already had a very clear idea of exactly what I was going to want, I've already done my thrift shopping. In fact, the shirt that I'm wearing right now is one of the items that I thrifted. Now, I know that I've been talking a lot here lately in my videos, if you've been following along, about thrift shopping, ways to shop and things to do with your clothes that are more sustainable and better for the environment. I also chatted about it in my financial minimalism video where I was talking about ways to save money and go a little easier on the wallet when you need things. So I've chatted a lot about thrift shopping, but I've never actually shared my process. So this Thursday, I'm doing something a little bit different, and I'm adding in a bonus video to take you along with me for that thrift shopping process. So we're going to talk about all of that on Thursday. I'll show you how much I spent, what I'm bringing in. But for today, I'm just taking you along with me while I declutter my entire wardrobe. Now, this is actually my entire wardrobe in one spot. So I don't do seasonal switchovers. I don't, store away the winter clothes until the winter in a plastic bin or anything like that. I keep everything right here or in this top drawer. So the top drawer is typically my pajamas and underwear and scarves and stuff like that, shorts, things that can't be hung up easily. Otherwise, like all of my seasonal stuff is right here in this half of the closet. The other half is Matt's. So as I go through decluttering today, just keep in mind this is an entire year's worth of clothes. I know that there are going to be a lot of things that I'm getting rid of today though, and a lot of the clothes that I have in here have been there for many years. One last thing before we dive in, I like to declutter by the process of selecting. So this is something that I've chatted about in other videos if you've been around a while. I do talk about it in this video on the only 2 ways to minimize your stuff. One of those being to minimize via selecting. So that's the process that I like to use, and that's what I'm going to be doing today as I go through my clothes, selecting the ones that I want to keep and then setting the rest aside to discard. I'm also not going to be talking about what I'm doing with the clothes that I'm not keeping. I might call them discards, I might say donation, but in general, I'm not going to talk about what I'm doing with the clothes that I'm not keeping today because I have another video at the end of the month about responsible decluttering where I'm going to show you where all of these clothes end up going, as well as how to responsibly declutter different areas of the home. This is something that you guys have asked for a lot. Keep your eyes open for that, and let's go ahead and dive in to decluttering this closet. right, so I've gone through all of my clothes and I've got my bag ready for my discards. And I'm just gonna go through really quick and I'll show you some of the things that I've chosen to get rid of. I have this workout shirt that I bought about 1.5 years ago. Actually, it feels really soft, but it's a little too see-through for me, and I have others that I prefer. It's still in really good condition, so I think somebody could get a lot of use out of it, but right now I'm just not that person. For some reason, I thought that this color, this kind of like grayish brown color, would be flattering, and it turns out it's not, and neither is the fit. It just fits kind of awkwardly, so it's really not a very flattering shirt. I was gifted these black leggings and a pair of matching gray leggings, but because I like the gray ones so much more, I find that I'm always reaching for those and I'm never reaching for the black ones. So I'm gonna go ahead and let go of the black ones for that reason. I really loved these yoga pants. They're like short, kind of capri style yoga pants. I've worn these for years and I think that they've gotten a lot of use out of them, but at this point, because I have so many other lounge pants that I just wear around the house, I generally don't go through the effort of changing into yoga clothes. I think that now is a good time to go ahead and let these go while they're still in good enough condition that somebody else could get some use out of them. These flannel pants that you've probably seen me wear in like tons of videos when I'm going through the process of decluttering or making my coffee, they are not the most flattering pants. They're definitely very kind of saggy and wide-legged at the bottom. When I went thrift shopping, I did buy some replacements, which was one of the things that I was looking for, that actually look decent enough to wear to the store if I need to run to the store, but are also comfortable enough to lounge around the house. I think that that's just gonna be more efficient. I'm really actually excited about them. They fit really well. I also have quite a few pajamas. I've said before that like my things that people know that I like to receive as gifts are pajamas and house shoes. These are some that I had bought a couple of years ago. I just gotta stop buying anything with this material because they start off soft and then they end up getting a little scratchy. And once they get that scratchy feel to them, I won't wear them. I don't like my nails getting caught on stuff. These next few were some thrift finds that I got a little bit of use out of, but find that I'm not really reaching for. Like this undershirt, which just hangs down way too low on me. Maybe it'll work for somebody with a different build than what I have. This white shirt, the fabric is so firm and tight. It's not very soft and forgiving fabric. So it's still in great condition. I just don't particularly care for the fit and the feel of it. This one was a little difficult because I do think that it's really cute and I do get a lot of compliments on it. It's just not super comfortable. I don't like the way that it fits around my stomach too. So like if I lift my arms, it raises in just the wrong spot, and it's also see-through, so I have to wear another shirt under it. I've mentioned before that I'm not crazy about shirts that have to have something else worn under them, although there are some that I'll make an exception for. Last Christmas or the Christmas before, I thought that it was going to be like really cool Stranger Things style because of the old-timey kind of stripes that are going on, and it's really soft. It's still very soft. It does not look good on me, in my opinion, and this is another one that I've seen myself in YouTube videos, and I always cringe a little bit when I see it because I don't think that it looks flattering on me at all. This one, just not super crazy about the fit, and I can tell that it's another one of those that used to be that really soft material that's gotten just a little bit scratchy that kind of bothers me. So this romper I got when we went camping. We go camping in Central Oregon, and it's like full-on tent camping, and we go to the lake, and so we're wearing a lot of swimsuits and just like getting dirty a lot, you know? And so I bought this at the country store that's down the road. They didn't have a return policy, or rather they had a no returns policy. I do love rompers, however, this thing is so wide. It's like impossible to keep up. And if you do keep it up, then it's hanging down so low, it just doesn't work. I guess that, you know, maybe it works for people who only want to use it for swimsuits, but that's, you know, that's not going to be my intent. I don't swim that often. Our beach here in Oregon is not really a beach, it's a coast. This t-shirt that I bought the summer before last, I don't find myself reaching for it. This past summer, I think I wore it maybe twice, and that's just not quite enough for it to stay inside of my wardrobe for the upcoming year. And then this purple shirt is one that I went back to the store and bought because I bought the same version in a burnt orange color that I thought looked really beautiful on me. I got lots of compliments on it. And you know, when you find something that you like that well, it's usually a good idea to get another one like it. This purple color, I don't care for on me in particular. I think that it looks fine off, but on me, I think I look a little bit washed out, and the style to me looks totally different than it did with the burnt orange one just because of the color difference. I don't know, it could just be in my head, but either way, I find that I'm just not reaching for this one. This was another thing that I bought at the country store while we were camping. I usually like this gauzy type of material. I think that the main deal breaker for me, aside from I'm not super crazy about the blue color, but the main thing is that it just kind of balloons out at the stomach area, which I feel like is very unflattering. I think I would like it better if it was more tunic style and a little bit longer. And this is another swimsuit cover that has wooden buttons. I've had this one for maybe 5 years. And then these last two are pullover sweaters, which I've actually gotten quite a bit of use out of. It's very soft, very comfortable. Matt actually bought this one for me a couple of years ago. But one of the things that I was looking for when I went thrift shopping was some more pullovers that I felt like were stylish and also really soft, that could have multiple purposes, to be able to use around the house to lounge, and also to be able to go places and feel like I look good in them. And then the last one is another one that I've just worn so much. This was, at the time that I got it, this was my favorite pullover because it was super soft and just like a big hug, really. But it's another one of those that has that deceptively soft material that just gets really scratchy after you wash it a lot. I think that I need to rethink the way that I'm washing some of these things too. I'm really wanting to move into some more neutral, warmer colors. You know, like I said, most of my wardrobe I've had for many years. And so I think that I'm ready for a little bit of a style update, you know, to get some things that are softer, that are more neutral, that I haven't really had a lot of inside of my wardrobe. And I'm pretty excited about it. And I love that I was able to find them at thrift stores. Don't forget, this Thursday, I'll be sharing that whole process of thrift shopping and show you what I got and how much I spent. And this is it. So these are the things that I'm going to be discarding. And again, I will share exactly where they ended up, as well as some other ideas for responsible decluttering here at the end of the month. Let me know down in the comments, when do you tend to declutter your wardrobe? Is this October thing just a me thing that I happen to do this like every year at the same time? I'm really curious about that. And I will catch you Thursday for the thrift shop journey. I hope that you have a great week.